Hey everyone, welcome back to more StarCraft, Calmorian Combine. This is a fun mission.
Now that the Psi Disruptor has been destroyed and Kerrigan has regained control of her minions, I fear that she will forget our pact and turn on us.
I know what you mean, Phoenix. I'd love to believe that she's on the level, but there's a part of me that just knows better. However, I do believe that she's serious about taking out the UED. The only real question left is what happens to us when she wins.
If you ask me, she's completely untrustworthy. But so long as she'll help me retake Core Hall, I'll work with her.
Shut up, Arcturus. If I wanted your damn opinion, I would have beaten it out of you. In case you forgot. You're the reason she became what she is in the first place.
You boys should really learn to play nice with each other.
Kerrigan, are your forces ready to assault Core Hall as we planned?
Nearly. I still need a substantial cache of resources in order to build up my primary hive clusters. I'm wondering if you gentlemen wouldn't mind going on a fuel raid for me.
It sounds like you've already got a plan. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking that we should pay the Calmorian Combine a little visit. Moria is one of the largest resource nodes in the sector. If you can bypass their defenses and steal enough resources from them, we'll be able to afford a full-scale assault on Core Hall.
It's risky, but I think we can handle it. Phoenix, are you into this?
If it betters our chances, I will lead the assault myself.
Great. Let's get moving.
Do you think they suspect anything, Michael?
Of course. They aren't stupid, Duran. They're siding with the evil they know over the evil they don't. They simply don't yet realize what will cost them.
Good lord. Man. Dude, this game.
Cerebral, I want you to infest as many Terran command centers as possible. Once they're infested, we'll be able to use them in our coming assault on Core Hall.
Our forces are under attack.
Whoops. Welcome to Marsara. Alright. Hello, so what's man there? It's so big and poofy. Scream! Hello. Oh, I mean, we could have used Phoenix, but whatever. Not super into that, man. Okay, so basically this is like a ZVT funhouse. It's like, do you like ZVT? If so, you'll love this mission. And by George, they're absolutely right. I get toasted yellow. There's like 5 different Terran factions here, and then you can just go fight them. It's glorious. Okay then.
It is difficult to believe that I am working alongside my greatest enemy in order to save this sector. Fortune has been whimsical of late.
You sound like a tired old man, Phoenix.
Don't let the fact that I am 368 years older than you tone your impression of me, Governor. I can still, pardon Terran say it, throw down with the best of them.
I stand corrected.
Oh boy. So, yeah, this mission's fun because it's ZVT. Honestly, okay, here's the dream for me, and I know this isn't a thing, but bear with me for a hot second. Could you imagine a mission where you're playing Terran, and like, so same premise as this mission, you need to gather a bunch of resources, but instead of fighting 5 other Terrans, which for the record would be sick, I'm not complaining, you had to fight 5 Protosses? Basically I'm asking for a big TVP.
Our forces are under attack.
And this is sick, like they just like keep throwing marines and stuff at you. That's, oh man. Anyways. Yeah, I think we're gonna use also, man, they're so funny.
What would you ask of me?
I mean, we have to wait for this to finish up. I just really like TVP, though I...
We need at least 10,000 units of crystals to maintain the hive clusters. Don't come back with anything less.
So, okay, and then we'll talk strategy in a minute, but, I think for a lot of people, the best matchup in StarCraft, I think 1 and 2, I think a lot of people like DBZ. Whereas me, personally, Like, I'm a Terran fanboy. If you give me a matchup that has Terran in it, like, I'm gonna be happy regardless. Though, so that means like TVP, TVZ, and TVT. In both games, I'd say TVT is probably my favorite, followed by TVP, and like TVZ is a lot of fun too. And then after that, like, it depends on the game. Like, I like all matchups. In StarCraft 1, I'm actually not a huge fan of ZVZ because it's a little too cutthroat for me. It's very low economy, which some people are into that because it means like, oh, I can do some really cool micro tricks, which is completely fair. I just really like large armies, battling large armies, because I think you guys have seen it in these missions where I get the most excited when I can get a really large fat army and then go from there. Also, technically speaking, for this mission, we could just mine all these crystals and we'd get 10,000 minerals. However, that is not going to be the approach that I use. And you might be asking yourself, well, why? Why is that the case? Like, don't you want to, like, complete your mission objective? It's like, yes, I do. However, for these kinds of missions, I am under the firm belief that you're better off just killing everything and then collecting, like, the money you need to. And you might be, and I think for some of you, you're gonna be like, okay, I get why, but for those of you who are wondering, well, why would you do that? Allow me to explain the thought process. So, for this mission, like, we're gonna have to spend money on, you know, base defenses anyways, because if we don't, well then, like, we'll die, so some money needs to go into defending ourselves. So I was like, okay. But, like, how much money? It's like, well, it depends, like, the threats that we face. The more enemies we have, the more we're gonna, you know, we're gonna have to put into defending ourselves, because, like, the greater the numbers. So, with that, whereas if we had, in theory, 0 enemies, we could just, we wouldn't need to put any money into base defenses because there'd be nothing to attack us. So, following that train of logic, if we just go and kill everything, then we can just sit on our butts and just mine and mine and mine. Which, honestly, like, I'm all on board for that. Well, and it's more fun anyways, because if I just sit here and turtle, or just mine these minerals, this needs to go. Oh, they got it. I see. Well, more spine crawlers. Or sunken colonies. Whoops. Like, the more we fight, then it's like, also the longer this mission gets to last. Like, we get to take more expansions, and like, you know, it's playing the game, man. I do need to start thinking about an expansion sooner rather than later, but the question is, where we find one? I'm not entirely sure. And one thing I like about playing Zerg is that their base defenses don't really cost supply. Well, not that they don't really, like, they just don't. Whereas for Terran, like that last Terran mission we did, I had to man the bunkers and like put siege tanks around, which is, it's an effective defense. Don't get me wrong, but like that kind of defense takes supply, and we only have so much. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let us get a Hydroden. So that we can start getting Hydralisks. Also upgrades. We're going to not need upgrades. So there you go. That's a little bit of strategy for you. Oh, we can also... parasite things. Okay, I'm out. I'm out. Oh, and they're already 1-1. Ooh. Alright, alright, alright. So last episode I talked about singing a little bit, you know, and I asked you guys to sing it all. And I've got some interesting responses from like me just doing this Let's Play, which is part of the fun. Because again, like normally, I've mentioned this before, people don't really watch the Let's Play content, like they like the video editing stuff, which is, again, for the record, that's completely fine. Like I feel fortunate enough that I'm at the point where I can even have an audience. And you might be saying, well, that kind of sounds tacky. Or like true, like, oh, like stereotypical. And it's like, I think in some ways, like, yeah, but, you know, I could not have, like, I remember the times on YouTube, like, which really wasn't that long ago, which, like, I would make videos and literally no one would watch them. That was something that happens. Whereas now it's like I can do anything and someone will watch it. Like even like so, for example, I say, oh, not a lot of people watch Let's Play content. If I do a Let's Play video, like I'll still get at least a couple of viewers on it, which is super nice. Like I really enjoy that a lot. And for this series in particular, I've had even more people watch it, which has been really cool to see. If I'm being honest, but it's been fun because I've gotten some interesting, like comments. Like there's some people who've like commented who've really been into the lore for these games, and like they've even like dropped some like, yeah, like this is what happens in the books. Like that's super interesting to me because like it's just. I think I've touched on this before, but like it's a different perspective. Oops, well. Looks like we're going to have to get more sunken colonies. We're gonna get Hydrolysis for now, because we need some way to spend our gas. I'm trying to figure out... Oh, okay, we're not even... Yeesh. We're gonna actually get another equal chamber. So we can start getting missile attacks. You might be asking, why are you putting base defenses at the back here? Just so we don't get blindsided. Like, that's it. We can get some upgrades. Yeah, we're gonna be running out of minerals. So, have we just stuck kind of like the bare minimum? Like, I don't think this will actually last us for 10,000 minerals. No, I don't think so. Oh my goodness, look at how good they are for supplies. The sharing of ideas is really interesting to me because you, like, just even getting a different perspective is, for me, very valuable. So for someone, like, there's two ways you could go about it. Like, you might say, like, oh, someone's into the books. How lame of them. Because it's like, oh, like, for me, like, I'm playing the games, but, like, here's someone who's, like, invested in these books. Like, aren't they, like, I might be the nerd for playing StarCraft, but aren't they the mega nerd for reading the books? Like, I never even heard of these things that can't be good. It's like, well, A, I don't want to do that because, I mean, that'd be hypocritical anyway. Just like, we're all nerds, like, and I'm fine with that label, like, and that's, you know, definitely in part to Tastosis, because like they, you know, they say they're nerds and like they wear it like a badge. Like, yeah, like it's fine to be a nerd, and like I think absolutely. And there's, I mean, on one level, words are like what you make them out to be. Do we have enough Hydralisks? Okay, we have 12. Let's actually just like go do some exploring. And scout another base. Actually, where's the upgrade? Alright, is almost done? I think we're actually going to wait a little longer so we can get even more Hydralisks. So we're all nerds, so like just like embracing that fact. It's like, okay, and like at the end of the day, it's like, what's wrong with, like, first, I guess I don't get why sometimes people feel the need to make fun of others for their hobbies that they have when it really doesn't make a difference. Like, sure, I could tease someone about reading, which for the person who's left those kinds of comments on there, it was like, oh yeah, like, you know, if I read the StarCraft books, you're probably gonna feel personally attacked, and like, I apologize for that. Whoopsie. See, this is why we put the base defense there. So what we'll do is we'll pull it with more sun colonies here. We have our queen's nest, perfect. Search the hive. Okay, there's gotta be a rich mineral base here somewhere. Okay. Here we are, boys. Here's our gonna be your first base. Let's go expand. And then I think we're gonna wage war on our neighbor to the right here. And I know this person exists. Oh, okay, well we're getting high. It's just like, and this is where like I'm gonna be like, oh, like all idealistic and everything. People be like, okay, you're a little bit, you've drank the Kool-Aid for too long. But it's like, well, why can't we just like, you know, get along, man? Which now, like I say it, like I feel a little bit self-conscious for bringing that up because. Oh, I guess we kind of got here naturally. I felt like, yeah, like you guys are here to watch some StarCraft. I'm really gonna bring up this crusade about, you know, people not getting treated right. It's like, well, no, like there's been no bullying in the comments section. You guys have been very nice to me, very gracious to people who are watching this. Well, just my audience in general. Like I've had any problems with this. It's like, oh, why you bring it up? To force in controversy. You know, what this channel needs is more controversy. Because controversy sells. No, that wasn't it. I was just gonna say, like, I sometimes like I see this play at work the most. And for the record, I do want to say, like, as a disclaimer, the people at my work are pretty cool people. So, but that being said, like sometimes, like, man, like, the person likes this. Someone likes cosplay. Like, I've actually heard this before. It's like someone's like, yeah, like, I can't believe people would be cosplaying. Like, that's so weird, or like I don't like it. It actually makes me angry. It's like, why are you getting angry about someone doing this, something that's like that's harmless to you? That's like not all gonna have an impact on you. Like, why? Like, what? To what end are you getting angry? Like, for me, like, I don't get it. But I guess what I'm trying to say here too is like, on some level, like I really feel like I'm just preaching to the converted. Whoops. Overlord. And we're gonna need Hydralisks. Because, like, for the most part, like, the people I met, like, via the StarCraft community, like, online, like, have been, like, chill people. Like, I don't, like, I bring this up as, like, as I said, like, I'm preaching to the converted. Okay, well. Okay, well, so what we'll do is we'll start reinforcing more Hydralisks as we're getting worn down. Oh, okay, hold on. Let's not do that. So, what was I saying? Oh, like, it's been cool to see people, like, be like, oh, like, in the books, like, this is what happens. Because it can help expose you to things that you may not consider before, right? Like, so, by virtue of someone talked about oh, hey, like, the StarCraft books have been interesting to me, I'm gonna be more likely to, okay, that works, check out the books, especially if they give, like, glowing recommendations, like, hey, like, I've heard really good things about the book, or, like, it's my favorite in the series. Like, I might not go ahead and, like, just, like, buy the book outright, but I'll be much more likely to be like, okay, like, next time I go to the store, like, I'll look at the back of the book and be like, okay, how's this look? Alright. This break needs to go! Okay, and I think we broke these people. Well, sorry, I feel C's can go. Or even, like, just, like, the transfer of ideas can be so... like, not only, like, beneficial, but powerful as well. Like, especially, like, us living in the age of the internet, it's incredible that people can just, like, share ideas so easily. Oh. This. We'll get Adrenal. Also, Ultra's gonna be bad either. We're running out of minerals. Actually, do we have any? Alright, this is a fine pickle. I almost wonder if I screwed myself over on this. No, we shouldn't have, right? Because we have enough drones to get like a mining base. Anyways, talking about ideas. Oh, well, yeah, so I had someone leave a comment on one of my channels one time, like saying, "Hey, like you should consider doing like a video of like Artosis laughing for like 10 minutes straight." And it's like, okay. So I did that, and I make the channel my YouTube channel, and then it does well. And I was like, okay, that's cool to see that it did well. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to pitch the idea to Day9 TV and be like, hey, how do you guys feel about Laughter compilation? I did one on my channel, seemed to do well, and I think one could do well on your channel. And they're like, okay, sure, we'll give it a shot. And so what ended up happening was I made a video for them. And if you're watching this, it should definitely be out on their channel. So if you look up like Day9, I don't know what they're going to call it. I just know it's going to end up on their channel. It's going to be a highlight video. I think they'll call it like a Laughter compilation. I don't know what they actually will call it, though. They can call it anything. It will be there and it'll be like made by Frudgey. But I only got inspiration for that because of someone leaving a comment on my channel and then being like, okay, well, let's get rid of these tanks. Oh boy. Ow, fudge, you guys. You guys do not play nice at all. Okay, on the bright side though, we're gonna have more bases. Alright, whew. Saves at nick time. Cool, and then we're gonna have another base that we can take, and then we don't have to worry about attacks coming from this angle ever again. So, and then like the video is gonna be on their channel, which is like really exciting. But like that, like long chain of events, only really happened because someone.
It is strange that this Kelmorian Combine continues to operate while the UEG grips the Dominion with an iron fist. I'll never underestimate the motivational effects of Terran greed again.
Oh, I forgot we were supposed to be combining or getting festive command centers. Whatever, I don't care. If you want to see someone do that, there exist other channels. And I've done it before, actually, I think. I've gone some infested command centers, which now it's like, eh. Oh, there's another base here. Alright, easy enough. So what ended up happening is, like, this one person left a comment, and it had this cascading effect where now... Okay, we're gonna take a lot of these bases, man. It's gonna be sick. Alright, well, never mind. I guess not. We're not gonna destroy that. We can now just, like, sit on our butts now and just mine from here, but... No, that'll be no fun. One base. More hatcheries. And the more hatcheries we get, brother. Dude, let me tell you the thing we do. And let's transfer... Well, actually, let's put a hatchery here. That's great. And then we can turn some of you guys into inspirers. So, someone left a comment, I made a video, then that led to another video, and then depending on how well this video does on the Day 9 channel, like, that could lead to more work for me, or something else. Like, it's hard to say, you know, like, life can take you in some strange places sometimes. But at the very least, like, chances are pretty good that at least 20,000 people are going to watch this highlight video on the Day 9 channel. So, and then, like, to put that into perspective, because someone left one comment that I happened to read. Sorry, when I put it like that, it makes me sound like, oh, I'm the most important person here. No. Because someone left a comment on Reddit saying that, like, oh, you should try this. That ended up in at least 20,000. Like, it hasn't happened yet, but I'm going to say that it's likely that a lot of people are going to end up watching this video. One person leaving one comment ended up in 20,000 people watching a video that didn't exist previously, and it indirectly led to them having a better day. Isn't that wild? Like, that's just the society that we live in today, where, like, that kind of goofiness can happen, where someone can just, like, it's just mind-boggling, I guess. Like, it really is like the butterfly effect, where it's like, hey, by, like, just doing this one thing, all of a sudden, like, which now I'm just repeating myself. But like, that's just like the power of ideas, which again, like, super cool to me that we even have that. Oh, he did it! Wow. That tank almost toasted him. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna get like a huge wave of V-list. And that's like the cool thing about like doing YouTube. It's like, yeah, so what I gave you was like a pretty like obvious example of, like, oh yeah, like these things are like what can happen. It's like, alright, cool, like I get that. But then there's all these effects that, like, I'm not aware of either. So, you know, someone could watch my video and, like, that can inspire them to do something, whatever it may be. You know, because on some level, like, I'm putting an idea in their head. But, like, this is true for other content creators as well. Like, you know, Day 9... the reason why I'm talking about Day 9 so much is kind of like, well, like, talk about what you know. And I can speak from experience, like, this has been my relationship with Day 9 TV. But, you know, he releases a video on being relentlessly positive, and then, like, it just so turns out that, you know, that video really struck a chord with me. And, you know, it's what I try and live. It's the standard that I try and live my life by. And that just happened to be one guy making one video, and it had that impact. And then it's like, too, is like, maybe by me trying to be relentlessly positive, or at least like using that video as kind of like a guideline to do, or as a guideline to like live my life, like what could happen from that, like, and like you don't know. And again, that's part of the fun, is like not knowing where we're gonna end up on these journeys, and then like being surprised pleasantly surprised when things work out in a nice way. And like it's not all peaches and rainbows. Like that's why sometimes you get these sayings like, oh yeah, like he's haunted by the past, because sometimes, you know, things we do in the past come back to haunt us. Which, I mean, that's not fun, but it happens. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna like wait till our Mutalisk flocks a little bit higher. Like, we're at the point where it's like, oh, we're spending all of our money. It's like, well, yes, because I'm actively macroing right now. But we're like one macro slip away from like accidentally achieving our mission objective. You're like, that's insane. Like, you're just spending so much money. It's like, well, look how many minerals we have here. Like, yes, we've completely dried up that base, but we're definitely in a good spot to, you know, crush some other nerds. Like, we have this mineral expansion. Actually, I'll probably reallocate them. We have this one. And we have this one. Like, we could easily just, like, zone out for a bit. I could just take my hands off the keyboard and probably, like, win. But, I mean, like, where's the fun in that? So, I definitely want to do crush him. Here, let's just attack now. Whatever happens, happens. I don't think all my mules will die. Alright, well. See, look at that. We were already at 1,000 minerals. And that was just me, like... dropping the macro ball for a hot second. It's like we're already 10% done, basically. Like, I think it's entirely possible that, like, I'm just not gonna be able to get through all these Terran bases because, like, my economy is just gonna snowball that hard. Unless I'm, like, hyper diligent about spending money. Hey, look at this. This is absolutely, like, bananas. Here, and while we're at it, let's send the Hydras to attack blue. Let's just go all out, man. We're gonna fight several wars on several different fronts. Oh my goodness, look at that. 2,000. Fading Needless has the roosted land. Oh, more Hydralisks. Oh, actually, you guys need drones.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, we need detectors.
Our forces are under attack.
Okay, maybe, you know, attacking two fronts at once wasn't the best idea.
Our forces are under attack.
Alright, you know what? That was enough excitement for one day. We're just gonna head back and not worry about things. Yeah, let's start this. Cool. Goodness gracious, they've really done a number. Yeah, I'll look into replacing those, something called Alright, so look at that. We have more bases to take. Isn't this great? Oh man, I love this. And we actually preserved most of the meal lists, so that's nice. And like, look, we have minerals here, minerals there. I'll just take this base. And that's another one to fix that.
My heart longs for the epic struggles of life. Going to the battle alongside my lost brethren again.
That is just fun. I like how it's here. Just talking about stuff. Alright, do we get our drones? We absolutely did. Alright, 1, 2. Good grief, man. Like, dude, it's just gonna happen. We're gonna like accidentally achieve the mission objective, unless we're like, again, hyperactive about spending all of our money, which is like easier said than done. Like you may say like, oh, like he's doing the right job right now. Sure. But again, I only need to like lapse yet, or like worst case scenario, or worse yet, we hit 200. And then we can't get any more units. So we have to like throw more. Like, this is like a fun mission. I really don't think it's that hard to succeed. Mind you, like, why? Are you just saying I'm out of hatcheries? Okay, I'm a little confused. Did they put a hard cap on how many hatcheries I could have? That's very curious. Anyways, Conquest awaits. Oh no, okay, here he goes.
Our forces are under attack.
Oh yeah, it's UED over here. So, you know, I'm doing good, but, you know, the question I really have to... Oh, okay, we're out of gas. Alright then. Changing plans. We want Zerglings. Or battle cruisers. That's... Okay, we're at our wheels actually investigated, so we're gonna... pull back for now and change your strategy. What was I talking about? Palm readings? I don't put much stock into things of that nature. I'm not really a spiritual person, like at all. Actually, we just should go protect our hatchery. That'd be good. Like, you know, angel readings, tea leaves, things like that. I just don't. I don't believe them. Like I know, like some people do. Like so, like I'll always try to be respectful of that, because I really do think people can believe what they want to. Like who might say like, well, you can't believe it. Like I mean, like everything in moderation. Right? So it's like, hey, like yeah, I believe in Satanism, and what I should do is I should you know, cut your wrists because I believe that that's what I should do to serve the Dark Lord. It's like, okay, we should have a conversation because like that's not right. Or like if someone approached me with a knife and be like, yeah, like I want to like just, you know, again, like cut you off. It's like, no, thank you. Like, how about no? And you know, I tried to defend myself. I wouldn't let them like walk over me, but it sounds like yeah, like. Well, that's like where like, I think in some cases. I'm fine with the idea of like religion just because it's like okay, well, and like, it depends like on your beliefs, right? Because everything can be dangerous if taken to a far enough extreme, right? Okay, what is going on? All right. Well, regardless. Oh shoot, man. All right, Zerglings are go. So in order to like give an example that isn't necessarily blasphemous, like say like okay, well, I believe, like or like atheism. To use an example that's not religious, which I mean I guess technically it is. Anyways, I might be like, all right, well, I believe that anyone who believes in God should be put to death. Like, no questions asked. Like, okay, well, that's a very radical belief to have, and that's dangerous because you know you're saying that like, yes, kill these people. It's like, okay, well, I yeah, this was. Oh shoot, we need to like, spend the money. We're not gonna be able to spend it fast enough. Isn't that gonna be something?
Our forces are under attack.
Hide. Oh my goodness. so like really some moderation, but like it sounds like yeah, like you know I like to read the Bible because it gives me spiritual comfort. Like that's fine. Like that's not hurting anyone. Because like if all they really are doing is just like oh I'm just gonna enjoy this in my own spare time. You know how is that gonna cause harm? I guess is like my question. Oh my goodness. Trying to issue more commands. Yeah, see now we're just like tearing through everything.
Our forces are under attack.
Orange over here. Alright, and then we just what? Just whites left? Alright, well, again, we'll just throw everything at them.
Our forces are under attack.
This is going pretty well. But like, let's say someone said like, okay, I like to, in my spare, I didn't say like in my spare time I like to do some really creepy things. It's like okay, like if it's their own spare time, they're keeping themselves, then like what's the problem? But then you can say like, well, some of those beliefs are harmful to the individual because like, so for example, let's say. I was hardcore into, let's say I had a fetish where I just like to like cut my wrists a little bit so that they bleed, whatever. Or if I was like really into like depraved material, like just reading that or consuming it, what have you, that could be bad for my state of mind. Depending on what it is, but that's where it becomes difficult to discern these things because it's like, well, to what extent? But then it's sorry. What I'm trying to say is, see, now I'm really falling hard on the counter. Oh. Okay, so I guess like destroying all the command centers gets you your resources. Just to wrap up my thought, what can be dangerous is just, or what people disagree on is like what is healthy for some people, what isn't healthy for others, and like, you know, I could go into politics and like that's really, well, right there, that's your example. Some people believe that yes, these things are okay, but then you have some people think that the same set of things are like just dangerous and not good for people. So anyway, like it really depends on which side of the fence you sit on. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. Till then, goodbye.